Ladies and gentlemen, today, I want you to understand something so profound, so simple, yet so powerful, that it can change the entire course of your life. It's hidden in plain sight, 2 words, just 2. And yet, they carry the creative power of the universe itself. Those words are, I am. Every time you speak those words, you are issuing a command to creation itself. When you say, I am tired, you are telling your body to drain its energy. When you say, I am broke, you are instructing your reality to keep you in lack. But when you say, I am blessed, I am abundant, I am unstoppable, you are stepping into your God-given creative authority. Understand this: in the God state, there is no begging, no waiting, no wishing. There is only knowing. God did not say, I will be light. He said, I am light, and light existed instantly. That same divine blueprint is inside of you. The words I am connect you directly to the source, to infinite intelligence, to the raw creative force of the universe. When you speak I am, you are not describing yourself. You are defining yourself. You are telling the entire cosmos who you choose to be. The vibration of those words is like a spiritual signature. Heaven and earth will rearrange themselves to match it. So I ask you, what are you attaching to I am every day? Are you claiming limitation or expansion, fear or faith, weakness or power? The universe will give you exactly what you affirm. Because I am is a law, not a suggestion. From this moment forward, choose your I am statements with the awareness of a creator. Speak them from the God state, from the knowing that what you say is already done. Do not wait for proof to believe. Speak it, feel it, own it, and watch reality bend to your words. You are not a beggar in this universe. You are a co-creator. So rise up and speak. I am powerful. I am abundant. I am love. I am divine. I am is more than just a grammatical construction. It is the fundamental declaration of existence itself. When you say I am, you are not simply stating something about yourself. You are activating the most primal and direct connection between thought, word, and reality. These 2 words carry the seed of creation, and whatever you attach to them begins to take form in your life. Think of I am as the brushstroke on the canvas of the universe. Whatever follows is the image you are painting, the vibration you are sending, and the destiny you are shaping. In the spiritual and metaphysical sense, I am is not merely about identity. It is about creation. It is a divine command that goes beyond description and into the territory of manifestation. When you speak I am, you are not describing who you are in this moment. You are declaring who you choose to be. If you say, I am successful, even before you have evidence of success, you are planting that frequency into the field of possibilities, telling the universe to rearrange circumstances to match your statement. This is why so many people unknowingly trap themselves in cycles they don't want, by habitually saying, I am tired, I am unlucky, or I am not good enough. They are broadcasting instructions for their reality to follow. The subconscious mind accepts these words as truth and begins to seek proof of them in daily life. Over time, those declarations become experiences, and experiences become identity. From a quantum perspective, I am functions as a frequency tuner. Just as a radio dial tunes into specific stations, your I am statements tune you into the matching vibration in the quantum field. If you say I am abundant, you're aligning with the frequency of abundance, and the field responds by bringing matching events, people, and opportunities into your awareness. If you say I am struggling, you align with the frequency of struggle, and that becomes your lived reality. It is not about magic, it is about resonance. Everything in the universe is energy, and your words are carriers of that energy. I am is the most concentrated form of personal vibration you can emit. It is also important to understand that I am does not just work when spoken aloud. It works when thought, felt, or believed. Even silent I am statements are sending signals to your subconscious and to the universal mind. This is why self-talk is so critical. Many people speak positive affirmations, but internally carry a negative I am identity. They may say, I am confident, but deep inside they still feel I am insecure. The universe reads vibration, not just words, which means that your I am declarations must be felt with conviction, not merely recited mechanically. When your feeling and your statement align, creation accelerates. I am is the rawest, purest form of claiming your existence. It is the moment when thought becomes word, and word becomes law. In spiritual traditions across history, these words have been treated with reverence because they are recognized as the direct expression of divine identity. The God state is the level of consciousness where you operate from absolute certainty rather than hope or doubt. It is the space where manifestation is not an act of trying, but an act of knowing. In this state, you no longer ask whether something will happen. You recognize it as already existing in the unseen, waiting for you to align with it in the seen. The God state is free from the timelines and limitations that the human mind clings to. It does not measure progress by physical evidence, but by the unshakable awareness that what is spoken is already done. This is why in sacred texts and creation accounts, there is no hesitation or negotiation. Creation begins with a direct present tense declaration. The source does not say I will be or I might be. It says I am, and with that, reality instantly takes shape. Operating from the God state means bypassing the conditioning that tells you to wait until you see proof before you believe. In the physical world, people are taught to base belief on evidence, but in the God state, belief is the evidence. It is the causative force. This is the shift from manifesting by effort to manifesting by identity. When you operate from the God state, you stop chasing outcomes and instead embody the version of yourself for whom the outcome is inevitable. You hold the frequency of the result before it appears, and because reality is responsive, it moves into alignment with that frequency. In this state, words become far more than communication. They are decrees. Speaking from the God state is not making a request. It is issuing a command from the position of authority. You do not plead with the universe. You inform it. Just as a king or queen does not negotiate their commands but expects them to be carried out, the God state recognizes its own sovereignty over personal reality. There is no sense of I hope this works because hope implies uncertainty, and uncertainty fractures the signal you are sending. The God state speaks with finality. This way of being also removes the emotional turbulence that often accompanies manifestation attempts. When you are in the God state, you are not watching the clock or doubting whether you have been heard. You know that the moment you declare I am, the shift has already occurred in the invisible realms. From there, you simply align your actions and feelings with that truth, not to make it happen, but because it is already true. Time becomes irrelevant, because the God state exists in the eternal now, where everything is already complete. The God state also demands self-responsibility. You cannot operate from this level and still speak limitations over yourself without consequence. Every I am you declare is amplified, which means careless statements have the same power as intentional ones. This is why mastery of the God state requires mastery of the tongue and mastery of thought. Your words are not random sounds. They are energetic blueprints that carry specific vibrations into the field of reality. Every time you speak, you are sending out a frequency, and that frequency acts like a signal tower calling in experiences that match it. I am statements are the most concentrated form of this vibrational blueprint because they are directly tied to your identity. When you say I am strong, you are transmitting the vibration of strength. When you say I am weak, you are broadcasting the vibration of weakness. The universe, which operates on the principle of resonance, responds by reflecting back circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with the frequency you have set. Think of each I am statement as a seed. The words you choose determine the type of seed you plant, and the emotion behind them determines how quickly it will grow. Words without emotion may sprout slowly or not at all, while words infused with strong feeling can manifest with surprising speed. The subconscious mind treats your I am declarations as instructions, and it begins to organize your perceptions and behaviors to match them. If you repeatedly say, I am confident, your subconscious will start guiding you to take actions that reflect confidence. If you say, I am unlucky, it will filter your experiences to confirm that belief, showing you evidence of misfortune while ignoring opportunities for good. The reason I am is so potent is because it collapses possibility into identity. The moment you claim something as I am, you stop seeing it as something outside of you to be pursued and start seeing it as an inseparable part of who you are. This creates a powerful shift in energy because the mind stops working toward a goal and starts operating from a truth. For example, the difference between I am becoming wealthy and I am wealthy is the difference between chasing and embodying. One keeps the goal in the future. The other places it in the present, where manifestation happens. On a quantum level, your I am statements are like tuning forks. Each one emits a specific vibration that resonates with a matching frequency in the field of infinite potential. If you keep striking the same note, I am loved, I am healthy, I am prosperous, the field responds by harmonizing with that note, sending back experiences that carry the same tone. This is why it is not enough to simply avoid negative self-talk. You must also actively declare the identity and reality you wish to live in. The body also responds to these vibrational blueprints. Scientific studies in areas like psychoneuroimmunology have shown that thoughts and words can influence physiological states. Saying I am stressed repeatedly can trigger the body's stress response, while saying I am calm can promote relaxation. The cells of your body are listening to your I am statements just as much as the universe is, and both are shaping themselves to match the blueprint you provide. Awareness is the entry point to transformation because you cannot change what you do not recognize. Many people operate on autopilot, repeating I am statements without realizing the impact they are having on their lives. These declarations slip into daily conversations and inner thoughts unnoticed, yet they act like silent programming that shapes reality. When someone says, I am so unlucky, or I am terrible at this, they are not simply expressing a momentary feeling, they are reinforcing a pattern, embedding it deeper into the subconscious. The mind takes these statements as truth, and then organizes perception and behavior to align with them. Without awareness, these patterns continue unchecked, manifesting the same unwanted circumstances over and over again. The first step in shifting this cycle is developing the habit of listening to yourself. This means paying attention not only to the words you speak out loud, but also to the silent declarations you make in your mind. Every thought that begins with I am is a seed of creation. By catching yourself in the act of speaking or thinking limiting statements, you give yourself the opportunity to interrupt the pattern and replace it with something empowering. For example, if you hear yourself saying, I am so tired, you can shift it to, I am recharging my energy. The words you choose redirect the focus of your mind and influence the vibration you are sending out. Awareness also means noticing how certain I am statements make you feel. Your emotions act as an internal compass, signaling whether the statement you just made is aligned with your desired reality or not. If saying I am confident feels light, expansive, and uplifting, it is in alignment. If saying I am confident feels heavy, false, or tense, it is an indicator that there may be subconscious resistance that needs to be addressed. This emotional feedback is not there to discourage you, but to help you refine your declarations, so they resonate more deeply. Cultivating awareness takes practice and presence. It requires slowing down enough to hear the words that are shaping your reality in real time. This might mean journaling your most common I am statements for a week, recording your self-talk during moments of stress, or practicing mindfulness so you can catch the subtle mental chatter that often goes unnoticed. Once you become aware, you can begin to consciously direct your I am statements toward the identity and experiences you want to embody. Awareness also empowers you to recognize when your I am declarations are inherited from others, rather than chosen by you. Many of the identities people carry, I am not smart, I am unlucky in love, I am always struggling, originated from family beliefs, cultural conditioning, or past experiences. Without awareness, these borrowed identities can feel like truth, even though they are simply narratives passed down over time. Recognizing that you are not obligated to keep these declarations allows you to replace them with ones that reflect your own vision. Speaking from completion means declaring your I am statements as if the desired reality is already here, not something you are chasing or waiting for. This approach bypasses the energy of lack that often accompanies goals, framed in the future tense. When you say, I am going to be successful, you are subconsciously reinforcing the idea that success is somewhere out ahead of you, separated by time and distance. But when you say, I am successful, you collapse that distance and embody the state of already having it. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically present. So speaking from completion trains both your mind and your energy field to accept the new identity as reality. This way of speaking shifts your internal state instantly. When you declare something in the present tense, your nervous system begins to adjust to match it. For example, saying I am confident will cause your body posture, breathing, and tone of voice to subtly shift toward confidence in that moment. Over time, repeating this from a place of genuine embodiment reprograms the mind and creates physical and behavioral patterns that align with the statement. This is not about pretending or faking. It is about stepping into the frequency of what you desire so consistently that it becomes natural. Speaking from completion also aligns with the way the creative process works on a universal level. In spiritual and metaphysical teachings, creation is considered complete the moment it is conceived in consciousness. The physical manifestation is simply the unfolding of what already exists in the unseen. By speaking in the present tense, you are affirming your connection to that unseen reality and claiming it as yours. This affirmation is not to convince the universe but to convince yourself, because the universe responds to the vibration you hold, not the words you speak without belief. Emotion plays a vital role in this practice. When you say I am abundant but feel fear or doubt, you send a mixed signal that slows the manifestation process. Speaking from completion means embodying the feeling of already having what you desire. This could mean imagining what it feels like to wake up in your dream home, to experience perfect health, or to live in loving relationships, and then letting those feelings infuse your words. The more vividly you can feel the reality you are declaring, the faster your energy aligns with it. Consistency is another key element. One declaration said once will have limited effect, but repeating a completion-based I am statement daily reinforces it in the subconscious until it becomes a default identity. Each repetition deepens the neural pathways associated with that truth, making it easier to act, think, and feel in ways that match it. Over time, your external reality begins to reorganize itself around the identity you have been consistently declaring.